Hello everyone, how's it going? BigLT here.
And SFParker.
Welcome back to another food review, and we got a special one. We're doing Butterfinger ice cream bars.
Yes, ice cream.
I heard about these on Facebook from Impulsive Buy. They said spotted first at Hy-Vee.
Oh.
But they were pretty pricey. I think like $6.
Okay, you should be careful though. Hy-Vee is a very Midwestern brand, so
Yeah,
not even everyone in America will know it.
I'm aware because I even bring up Quick Trip on this channel from time to time too. So.
But they're spreading out. So I don't know. I don't know enough about other parts of our country in terms of what would be the equivalent of a Hy-Vee. But whatever appears at Hy-Vee will usually appear at Walmart. At least that's been my experience.
I'm gonna put the rest of them in the freezer. But,
Yes. Don't want them to melt.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
We only need the one.
Butterfinger flavored ice cream with a crunchy Butterfinger layer and chocolatey coating.
Surprising.
With real ice cream, I would hope so.
Exactly. Surprisingly, I was watching The Food That Built America like about an hour ago, hour and a half ago.
Interestingly, the first ingredients are all words I can read, which is always good. They're not healthy ingredients, but
Obviously.
Sugar, milk, peanuts, cream. So like, that's, at least they're using like regular stuff.
But anyway, I was watching The Food That Built America about an hour and a half ago. The episode I was watching was about the rivalry between Hershey and Nestle. Well, actually, it wasn't. I don't think it was known as the Nestle company at the time, but there was.
Wait, Butterfinger is a trademark of the Ferrero Group? Does that mean this is related to Ferrero Rocher?
That I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Nestle Corporation that makes these.
Interesting. No, it's Mars, because it says distributed by Way Sales LLC, La Mars, Iowa.
That's Iowa. Surprisingly, because
Interesting.
that's surprising.
It's probably because it's ice cream, and so they like had to.
Yeah, maybe it's the ice cream brand, not the Butterfinger brand.
Yeah.
Because the Butterfinger brand would be the Nestle Corporation.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. Anyway.
Still looking at packaging. Okay. Well, there's a lot of air in the packaging, so I think that helps ensure that the chocolate doesn't break. You showed them on camera what it is.
No, I didn't yet. I was thinking I was going to take a bite and then show them.
Oh.
Yeah, I should have told you it's a little soft, but I was eating. You okay?
Cold on my teeth.
Like ice cream.
Who bites ice cream usually? Or like has direct contact with the coldest part of the ice cream on their teeth immediately?
If it's an ice cream bar.
Yeah, but like you bite into an ice cream sandwich, the first thing your teeth hit is the chocolate part, and then the ice cream.
Right.
But my back teeth just hit ice cream immediately. So.
Well, I'm using my front teeth, so.
I did use my front teeth. I took a big bite.
Okay. I don't know then. Then yeah, this is coming from a guy who says that he gets sick from flu shots, and you said you don't.
Nope, I don't. Okay, so the outside is kind of, there we go. It's kind of like dipped chocolate, like you might get at Dairy Queen, but it's not as rich. It's not like you're eating a Klondike bar or anything. I usually don't like stuff that's dipped like that, but this is more subtle. Like the chocolate isn't as sharp.
Kind of reminds me of Three Musketeers bar a bit. Like the ice cream can be the nougat, and you get the Butterfinger peanut butter stuff, and then you get the chocolate.
So the ice cream, in my opinion, just tastes like vanilla, which goes against the packaging, which literally says that it's Butterfinger flavored ice cream. But I'm not really getting Butterfinger flavor from just the ice cream, and I did. I took a little bit out there where the ice cream was.
Strange, because I'm getting a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah, because there's a peanut butter layer in there.
I don't know.
And that peanut butter layer is the classic way you'd expect it in a Butterfinger. So it's not like in a Reese's cup where it's soft. This is the actual hardened nougaty layer. When you eat it all together, though, it does taste like a Butterfinger.
You got a story for us? I'm trying to think of one.
Well, I'm still sussing out all these flavors.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a story quickly for us to discuss.
Ooh. Remember how we talked previously how we missed some of the stuff from like the 90s and stuff?
Yeah, Butterfinger Babies is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. I know the reason why is because I heard someone tell me because the reason why I don't make Butterfinger Babies anymore, choking hazard.
Really?
That's what I heard, is that people were choking on Butterfinger Babies, yeah.
Not that small.
I don't know.
That's like stopping M&Ms because M&Ms are a choking hazard. It's like, yeah, just about any food you put in your mouth is a choking hazard if you don't
Chew
it carefully.
If you don't chew it
Yeah,
first.
if you don't chew it.
Exactly.
Like, what the heck?
Exactly. I can't remember who was talking about this, but I remember talking about this with someone. I said that I love Doritos 3D, and somebody said that they didn't.
Yeah, no, I don't like Doritos 3D.
Oh, it was you. Okay. I knew it was somebody. I couldn't remember who.
Yeah, it was me. This chocolate actually melts really fast, so if you're gonna eat these, keep the wrapper.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was like, eat it with what's still in the wrapper and just kind of, banana peel it.
This has been out in my hands for maybe, let's see, 6 minutes, and it's already like starting to melt on me. Like a lot faster than I would expect for something that just came out of your freezer, because your freezer is an ice box. It's like really, really cold. So.
Like yesterday.
Oh yeah. Oh God. You want to tell them about yesterday's temperatures?
Yeah, but negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's what it was.
What did
it feel like?
That I don't know. I just saw the actual temperature. But I will say, for you Celsius fans out there, because I know I had to do this for Hunter, negative 26 degrees Celsius, according to the Celsius reports when I looked up on Google. But Fahrenheit, for us Fahrenheit people in America, it was negative 16 degrees Fahrenheit.
But that...
Very cold.
That's before wind chill.
Yep.
With the added wind chill, the temperature of what it felt like was closer to negative 32 degrees.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that part.
It was bad.
It's weird. Think about this. It's kind of weird. If you think...
It's frostbite in 5 minutes for exposed skin. So you have to be very careful.
Think about this, and there's no disrespect what I'm about to say, so just know that I'm just saying this as a topic. It was freezing cold here, but down in South California, they got the wildfire thing going on.
Not only that, did you hear what happened in Savannah, Georgia? Now, I have a friend who lives in Savannah, Georgia.
I know Savannah, Georgia is the most haunted place in America.
They got 7 inches of snow.
That I believe, because I also heard somebody on YouTube who lives in Tennessee that they got some snow and freezing rain and whatnot. And here again, for the second winter so far, we've gotten barely any snow.
Oh, yeah. No, my friend who currently lives in Savannah, Georgia, she moved from where we are now to Savannah, Georgia, for her husband's work stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She just can't win. Every single time bad weather happens, it's like the weather that should be happening here is happening there. And the weather that's happening there is so uncharacteristically weird that it kind of feels like everything's flipped. Like the equator's up here and the North Pole is closer to freaking Texas.
Actually, I will say something too. This is my worker's theory earlier today. She thinks the only reason why we haven't gotten much snow this winter so far is because back in June we had that big flood. It's her theory. I didn't know how that it worked. It's kind of one of those like bounce out kind of things because it was back in June. A lot of the streets here in town were flooded.
That wouldn't be the case because we get a big flood like that every 15 to 20 years.
Well, she only brought.
This is the first year we've gotten that flood where we didn't also get snow.
Yeah, well, I was just saying because.
It's not nature balancing itself out.
No, because she was saying it was just as bad as the one from 2004, which I wasn't even in this town in 2004.
Yeah, 2004 snowed just fine. So.
No, we were talking about the flood.
Yeah, but you were saying that the reason we weren't getting snow, her theory was because we got the flood.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't really make sense because every other year
that's what I said.
I
said that too. It's like I
okay.
don't see how that makes sense, but it was her theory, and I went with it. I was like, okay, I'll go with it, and just kind of see how she's approaching
this. It's not
this.
that we're not getting snow; it's just that the southern part of our state isn't getting snow like it used to.
Whereas the rest of the southern
north you go.
Yeah, but down south are getting snow too. So
Yeah, I don't know
south,
what's up with that.
south of us are getting snow. North of us are getting snow. We here in the middle
Have
of
you ever mentioned on your channel what state we're in?
yes, southern Minnesota.
Yeah, southern Minnesota. So recently, and I don't know what it is, if it's just been the cold weather, but even I've been complaining about how cold it is, and we don't complain about how cold it is because we're Midwesterners. We handle the cold.
No, we usually complain about the snow.
But the thing is like, what's the point of all the cold if you don't have snow?
Exactly.
Like, at least the snow makes it worth it because it's like, okay, I'll get a snow day, or I'll get to see the kids sledding, or I'll see snowmen in people's yards because families do stuff. No, it's just cold.
No.
Cold and brown and ugly and gray.
The only time we actually got snow this winter was during Christmas.
Yeah, somehow we had a white Christmas. Which
We had a white Christmas, but after that, it just kind of started melting, and we haven't had any snow since.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But also the next funniest part has just simply been some of the comments I've been hearing from people have made me turn my head and go, "You're not from Minnesota, are you?" I've been right every time. Because they've just been saying stuff that is like, no Minnesotan would ever say that. No Midwesterner would ever say that about the cold and the way it is now. And I'm just like...
And truth be told, as much as we people here in like southern Minnesota and northern Iowa and all that stuff, how much we complain about how we don't want snow. Snow is actually good for us around here because it helps the farmers with their fields. According to my grandma.
If we don't get a good snow, we get a really dry spring.
Yep.
If we get a really dry spring, summer's even worse.
Yeah. Which probably explains our flood from the summer, but
not necessarily. But the problem with having a dry spring is it doesn't encourage as much plant life to get going, and so pollination is lower.
Which would be good for my allergies.
And it's not like our state's suffering from a water shortage of any kind, but we don't get as many summer storms. And I like summer storms. Like, I like it when it rains.
Yeah, I like it when it rains. It
also means I don't have to water my garden because Mother Nature's helping me out.
And every now and then I like it when the tornadoes kind of forming a little.
I don't like when the tornadoes form. No.
I'm sorry, it's still a bucket list. I want to see at least one tornado somehow. I know I'm not, according to my friend Jordan, I'm never going to be able to see one up here.
I remember. This is where my thought was. Okay. That one of the reasons I turned my head and looked at the person and went, "You're not from Minnesota, are you?" was because they mentioned, "Why are you eating ice cream in winter?" And I'm like, you're definitely not from Minnesota then. I was right. I'm just like, because I want to.
Exactly.
Because how cold it is outside does not stop me from eating what I like.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
But if you're from a warmer place, the idea of eating something cold on a cold day, it probably just seems like apocalyptic. Crazy talk.
Maybe like in Texas, I guess.
Yeah, but then again, I also say, they live by the equator and they still grill out. They cook food at temperatures that are literally cooler than the pavement sometimes.
I mean, Texas is close to the equator, but it's not that close.
No, it's pretty close.
No, the equator is around South America. It's in Brazil.
No.
Yeah, the equator goes through Brazil.
No, because that... I have to pull up a map. I don't believe it.
Equator goes through Brazil and South America. And it goes through Africa.
Well, Africa, the continent.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the country. But
it
doesn't change the fact that the equator is still relatively close. I don't think you realize, like, how much not distance there is between Texas and South America.
Right, I know, because you got to go through Mexico, and then you got to go through
Not
Central.
necessarily.
You got to go through Mexico, you got to go through Central America, or you get to South America.
No, Central America is part of South America.
I was always told it was a separate thing.
It's not, because it's North America is a continent.
Right.
South America is a continent. Central America is in South America because it's closer to the center where the equator is.
It's between South America and North America because Mexico.
South America isn't a country; it's a continent. Unless there is also similar to the United States, a country in South America called South America.
You know what I mean? Yeah, South America.
There's no Central America continent between South America and North America. That's what I'm saying. Because unless you want to call it Mexico, because that's what it is.
No, because it's between Mexico and the South America continent. There's like Panama and all those things.
That's not it's North America and South America. Those are the two continents.
I'm still gonna pull up a map.
Okay, we
need to
should
get-
finish this food theory,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
you know what? Both of us are probably wrong to some degree because we are American and our geography in school is just crud, absolute crud. So let's finish this up, and then we can go yell at each other
rating,
about it.
rating.
Yeah. Oh, rating. 8 out of 10. Would eat it again.
10 out of 10.
Oh, you love Butterfinger though.
Yeah, exactly. And this one doesn't get stuck on my teeth.
I think it melted a little fast for my taste, but other than
I
that,
was
it
fine
good.
with it. I was fine with it.
But also, Butterfinger's just not my favorite candy. So.
Butterfinger's one of my
Hey,
favorites.
I almost gave it lower, and then I'm like, no, actually, it was fairly solid compared to some of the other ones I've had. So yeah, 8 out of 10.
Okay. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this food review. Of course, I'm BigLT.
I'm SFParker.
Fine. See you guys next time for another food review. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.
I'm also